Hey guys, how are you? Happy Wednesday. What's going on? Anna, thank you for getting in here and getting the party started just right. And Flax MD, thank you, Notification Gang Gang. You guys, I really appreciate it. Hey D Harold, how are you? Hi Teely. Hi K Sharice. What's going on, Miss OKC? Natalie Sampero, how are you? Hey Riza, Latoy, Shonda, Miss Mabes. What is going on, Courtney Fixing Mommy? It's B. Kirkpatrick. How are you? Hey, hello everyone. Hey friend, make sure to hit the like button on your way in. Yes, please, guys. Um, my goodness, there is some drama going on right now on the YouTube streets. I think it's cooling down, but I guess I'm staying tuned. Um, but yeah. Um, but I'll report on it if I have to. But yeah, nothing to take you away from what's going on over here right now though. But it's interesting. X out the chat and slam the like button. Thank you, Anna. Anna, you are so sweet. Kitten Zombie, what's going on? Dulce Beso, how are you? Um, Destiny 44, what's going on? Shonda P, Champagne, what's good? Miss Chin, Liz, hello. Hi, Liz. Um, Sabrina Hankins, how are you? Did I get everyone? If I missed somebody, let me know. I feel like I got everybody. I think I did. Sabrina Hankins, yes. So, guys, hello, how are you? Guys, look, it's Wednesday. It's let's talk about some of these mom channels day. Hey Brown Sugar, how are you? Hey Queen Blah, how are you? Loretta Camp, what's going on? How are you? Guys, look. Um I was trying to think of a title of what I wanted to talk about today because it's just I mean, honestly, I think at a certain point, people have to make a decision, especially like the way this YouTube thing goes. And at a certain point, in my opinion, I think that some people have, you just like almost have to sell out. Um, and you know what a sellout is. It's not being one with your dignity, morals, integrity, whatever it is that makes you a sellout, not being honest, genuine, whatever. It's not all of the above. It can be one of the above. But when you have to feel like you got to do something to make it out here or to, what I mean, if you got to tell a lie, if you got to try to embellish and be something that you're not, a lot of people want to debunk who they think people are not, but it's like, who are you? Oh, hold on a second. I don't know why. Okay. All right. Okay. Don't make that face, okay? Um Turn that frown upside down. Um I don't know who this person is, but Ms. Niza 3W XXO or XOXO. Hello, how are you? Look, at the end of the day, selling out seems to be just, I don't know. It's just something that I'm observing and something that I'm keeping my eye on because it's part of the fuck shit that I think is happening out here on these YouTube streets that is making it so very hostile and it's messy. So, yesterday, just real quick, just to kind of get it off the topics, because I'm going to do a whole video on it or more of a dedicated video. um, so we did see Olivia yesterday. We did see her all up in the kitchen in her nightgown. um, entertaining a new man in the house. And I'm just gonna like, are any of you surprised? Like, I don't understand if someone displays hoe tendencies, and how are you gonna like be surprised when they're acting like a hoe? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody acts a certain way on a regular basis, and then they act that way on a regular basis, why are you surprised when they act the way that they act all the time and have demonstrated themselves to be? She's not being any different. She's not being any different. She's not doing anything different. I just think that, like, why is anybody surprised that Olivia got a man up in her face? That's what she does. That's who she is. That's what she wants. She loves the sausage. Is she loves that? You know what I'm saying? That's her thing. Olivia's not sitting around no pool. I mean, she wants to tell us how nice her apartment complex is all the time. Look at that lake. We never see you out for a walk. We never see you at the pool. You finally got to the pool after slow dragging it for hours. Got your kids to the pool. Let them sit out there for a few minutes, and you got a whole new man up in the house. But you're mad because someone's trying to catfish you. So you say. Now, was he trying to take you for some money? Apparently. But if you didn't set yourself up to be a mark because you're out here doing the most, basically tricking yourself off on this internet, maybe people wouldn't have an opportunity to see you and call you out for being a mark. Okay? Like, why is that such a shocker for people? And why am I a bad person? Because I'm like, you know what? Last thing you want to do out here as a mom is to be called a hoe, or to be displaying your slorish ass tendencies at 30 years old when you should have gotten yourself back together by now, and may have made a decision that, at least not for myself, but for the people who call me mom, and the man who knows that I'm trusted with keeping these children, who is 1,000 miles away, that I'm, over here doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Guys, we have 125 here, and we have 45 likes. So, I know that, that's not how you really feel. I'm sure that the people who love to hate me, yeah, they've already registered their vote. So if you're here for the right reasons, if you're here because you enjoy this content, go ahead and hit the like button, because I guarantee you the people that just can't stay away, but I'm such a bitch. Yeah, they've already registered their vote. So do you mind? Girl, Champagne says she looked like she just got through throwing that tuna and jumped right up on live because she's addicted. She likes attention. She likes attention. She likes to have people up in her face. She wants to be wanted. She wants people to know, like, hey guys, people out here want me. I'm valuable. Rather than the people who are your biggest fan club, those three little people up there in that apartment who are so desperate for your attention. Yeah, they now they're cutting time with somebody else. That's so sad. So very sad and pathetic. But we all know this. So do we need to even talk about this right now? I'm just going to do a video and try and add a little bit of humor to it. Try and add a little humor to a very unfunny situation for somebody who is just out here, um just thirsty AF. Exactly, Risa. Thirsty AF. Okay. There's not a whole lot to say about it. But what I really want to talk about real quick, and some of you may have seen this video. I saw this video last week, because I watched this woman's channel. She does like decorating and stuff like that. But I wanted to show you her channel. I'm not going to go through her video. You guys can go through it yourself. I've already put it in the description box. Um, but I want you guys to, this is a very good example of someone who's not a trash box, somebody who is not, a slore, as far as we know. I'm going to say not, okay, in fairness. So let me pull this channel up real quick. So I had a subscriber send this to me yesterday, and I was just like, I actually saw this video, and I didn't really think anything of it because I usually watch her. She did like a luxury bedroom kind of makeover, and she cleans her house and stuff like that. This woman, this woman actually is legit a registered nurse. Um, don't let your eyes fool you. She does have 1.3 million subscribers. And she shares a story here in this 20-minute video, which is a cautionary tale. So I listened to the video. I did not watch the whole thing. I had to get back on these YouTube streets, right? So I went ahead, listened to the whole thing again yesterday. I listened to the whole thing yesterday, period, because I listened to probably about 7, 8 minutes, and I was just getting to the juicy part. So the juicy part is that the guy that I saw in her videos, the man who had her pregnant last year, the man who is the father of her daughter, I thought that was her husband. I just assumed. I mean, look, she's a beautiful woman. She makes money. She's educated. Yeah, she's been with this guy for 14 years. That's her boyfriend. That's her boo thing, who's been living with her while she's making YouTube money, money as a nurse. She actually developed a formula for a hair growth tonic and product line. So she has a whole brand. But the real story here is not only that they broke up, but she had been being abused for probably about the past 7 years. Well, really 14 years, but the past 7 years were really, really bad. Um, and she's sitting in the car because she escaped from Ohio, where she owns a home, and she's now in Georgia, and she had to flee. These are her words. She had to flee from Ohio because of what's going on in her life. Debo, you're subscribed. Yeah. So this is the deal. She's been on YouTube for a minute. She's making money. She's a beautiful woman. Look at her. She's not a trash box. She's not running around giving up her box here, there, and everywhere. She's got one man who she's been living with, who people just assumed she's over there in that sector of YouTube. They just assumed she was married, and I guess they never called her out on the BS. She clearly wasn't from this sector because, yeah, people would have debunked that quick. So she was over there in that good Christian natural long hair sector because she does have, if you when you take a look at her channel, she's grown natural long hair. Now, I can't testify to the genesis or nexus of this hair, what's going on here, what it is, what it's not. What it is, though, is that this woman has done long hair care videos and gets a lot of views. Okay. Um, this is my point. So we have a lot of women over here who are in partnership with these men who don't give a shit about them, these men that don't bring what they bring to the table, these men who are along for a ride. Um, okay, I'm sorry, guys. These guys who are along for a ride, and these guys who are here to take or just partake in what you have. And, this very well could be you. If this is what so this woman starts a business, and guys, don't forget to get these likes up. We're about 15 likes short of 50% in that neighborhood, a little bit north of 50. And guys, I'm not going to believe for 1 minute that there is not at least 50% of the 157 that are not here because they want to be here and they enjoy this content, because your girl gets motivated when I see those numbers. If the numbers aren't matching up, um, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be harsh or anything like that, but I could put this in a video. And I know you guys like to do um live streams, and I enjoy doing them with you guys, but I see people just drop these likes off like it's nothing elsewhere. And if I'm where you want to be, I would love for you to give me that confirmation, because that's how it works. um so anyway, this woman starts a online business kind of by chance. She creates a hair treatment, and she goes into business like a lot of people have on these YouTube streets. She's selling on Shopify, right? So she splits up with her boyfriend, and guess what happens, guys? Guess what happens because she does not control her website? Guess what happened because she's got a established company that for some reason she's never changed an email address to, outside of her boyfriend's email address, that she, for a business account, has it going to his PayPal. For some reason, she doesn't even have the credentials to get into her own e-commerce. Now, I'm not trying to be mean. I know she's been through it, and she is probably in healing mode right now, trying to get over what she has been through and the shock and the awe. But at the end of the day, you've been dealing with a guy. She talks about the story of starting to deal with this guy when she was about 16, 17 years old, in secret, from her very traditional African family she wasn't even supposed to be dating. And he was beating her ass in secret. And because she wasn't supposed to be dating, she wasn't telling anybody. So she continues on with this guy, and he never marries her. He's doing anything and everything that he wants. She continues and gets her education, all of these things, and even becomes a business owner, and a successful business owner. But guess what? Now that she has had to flee the state, leave her house that she owns behind, yeah, she doesn't have access to her business. I almost feel like this video, in theory, to me, was an explanation to all the people who are ordering her hair tonic that, yeah, I know you've put orders through, but yeah, I don't have any access to them. The money that you sent, I don't have any access to that either. So she's trying to make good on these orders, and I don't know how she's shutting her site down. I don't know if she's been in touch with Shopify, if he ran her complete e-commerce, but she is blocked out of her own business. And does this make sense in 2021? A woman who is creating, innovating, making money, 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube, is getting six-figure views on a regular basis to her videos. I mean, she's got a successful channel here. She actually stopped nursing. She doesn't even, she would do some PRN work, but she no longer is nursing, because she's busy running her business and running her YouTube channel. But now she's on the run from an abusive guy that she's been dealing with for 14 years, who has seized her business, and who in theory could be taking her money. Okay? So, why am I bringing this up? Because we have a lot of women out here in this sector and maybe in this community who are in these long-term relationships that are going nowhere and doing nothing. And you are wasting your pretty, and I said that, wasting your pretty, wasting your smarts, wasting your youth, wasting your money on men that are not even interested in wifing you up. They're not interested in wifing you up. They're gonna do what they want. They're gonna continue to do and treat you exactly how you let them. And no, this is not her fault per se. I mean, really at all. She, you know, this is a man that maybe she thought she loved, and she had to learn and realize what love was going to be all about and what love needs to look like for her. So in no way, shape, or form is this her fault, but in the postmortem of at least your business, is it your fault that you never decided to change an address to the maybe the name of the company? Um, Change the address from only your man having the information, change your PayPal, get your coins, have control over your business. If you watch this video, she sits and talks about how this is her company. She started it, it's hers. But you wouldn't have to do all that if you hadn't gotten this guy so deeply involved in your business and so deeply involved and trusted him so much that you don't even have the credentials to get into the back office of your business. Now you've got customers that you've earned over time, and guess what? They don't have orders. Now, I'm sure she's got enough money, I would hope, to reimburse people if they need to be reimbursed and has shut down her Shopify site. But at the end of the day, I mean, looking back and doing at least forget about the postmortem about your relationship, but just the postmortem of your business and what is going on and moving forward, how you are going to manage that and never not know how to access your back office as a small business owner. um, this is bad news. So we've got Keisha out here on these YouTube streets. She's in business with Jeremy. You know, like we've seen Keisha in the past 2 weeks. We saw her working harder than Jeremy was. Okay. We've seen Olivia. We've seen Chrissy. Now, I don't know the inner workings of what Chrissy was doing with her lashes and why that business basically just like fell apart after one or 2 shipments of lashes and Olivia and all of these things, people who are sharing channels, Jasmine and Chris, and you people, you ladies letting people into that you barely know into your business. Like, we see Olivia, yeah, we heard from someone last week that said that she wanted him to be her YouTube boyfriend. So YouTube is a business. So in theory, are you going into business with this guy, Olivia, that you're now sleeping with and flaunting all around YouTube? And you're using cute stuff like no face, no case, because we know you watch us. We know you watch the reactors. Yeah, Chrissy said no face, no case. But yeah, a lot of us said no face, no case. Period. When you weren't even watching Chrissy's birthday party. Okay? I definitely know you watch my channel. I mean, we already know that, Olivia. You may as well just go ahead and come on in the chat at the end of the day. Cause yeah, we I didn't completely finish your segment, but at the end of the day, girl, you know what it is. This is ridiculous, guys. These women are out here selling out their integrity, selling out themselves, because really at the end of the day, it's really all about some sausage. It's all about feeling validated and through a sexual experience. It's really not about who you are and someone loving on you, because if it was about who you are and someone loving on you, I hate to say it to this lady, Mercy, because she's a beautiful woman and I've watched her channel and I was completely shocked to understand the abuse story that she has undergone. And it's really, really sad. I feel very bad for her. Um, but somewhere inside, I hope that she finds the love for herself as she gets away from this guy because she seems to be a very smart woman and has a lot going for her. But if I heard correctly, Maria, I don't know if you saw this video. Um, at some point in the video, I could swear she said she's already seeing someone else and she just wants to move on with her life. How you, if what I heard was true and you are truly with someone else already, maybe in your mind, you have moved on a long time ago from this man, but at the end of the day, if you have left the state, you're now in Georgia, you fled from this guy, and you are already, yeah, Jamaican, but she hasn't been practicing nursing in a minute. She is a nurse. but she is a full-time YouTuber and entrepreneur and did not, and was I don't know what she was doing. I guess she was YouTubing and creating product versus managing her social media and e-commerce. But like a lot of people, if you're not watching that back office, you're missing money. We don't, and I'm not saying she didn't say any of this. So I'm just talking about in actuality and potentially. If you're not paying attention to orders and what's coming in and money, do you know how many people and companies get fleeced from embezzlement and all kinds of things like that because you trusted one person to do your books or take the money in? Now you don't even have access to your business. Just because he has locked you out or you're locked out of your e-commerce, you don't know what you're coming back to. He could totally take down your complete e-commerce. Oh, Lakeisha, you're here. We just got started. You know what I'm saying? And I just, and aside from the fact whether she's with someone or not now, I'm going to re-listen to it, and then that way I can give you my full impression of this video. But I certainly encourage you to check it out. Um, this is a cautionary tale number one. 14 years. This guy's been dating you since you were a teenager. Yeah, they've had a child. She actually had a miscarriage that was documented on her channel last year, and no marriage. And she says she's from a traditional African home. So you know that you were out of alignment with your family, what their hopes were for you, their investment in you, in sending you to nursing school or making a way for you through nursing school or supporting you, whatever it was, whether it was financial, emotional, whatever. This traditional African home that she talks about. And you know that this was against what your parents would have wanted. Yeah, you were seeing him in secret. You pursued a relationship with him. And at a certain point, guys, we got to see where we sell out, sell ourselves out, sell our traditions out, sell our families out to be with someone who is isolating us away from our families and who are encouraging us to go counter what we know is what our families would want for us or where we want to be. Certainly, this is not her fault that this man decided to take advantage of her and abuse her over and over and over again. But like I said, when you look back and are retrospective at what has happened in your life and how you want to move forward and what you think you want to do, especially when you have a time that you have set aside to reset and get your life back and separate yourself from a toxic situation, you can't do anything but to just say, you know what? I knew, I knew better. And not to let that happen again because someone will take advantage of you again. She's a noteworthy YouTuber. She's got this posted on her channel. You don't think that someone is going to look this up and see? You guys, some of you don't want to believe that Olivia was marked by that guy in Texas. But how many videos are made every day talking about how silly and um thirsty and not smart any of these mommies are? If anybody wants to figure anything out about these three mommies, yeah, they can just come to this internet and type in Live's Life, and you're gonna see Live's Life reactions, Live Life living with the webs, da 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 this, da 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 that. How did people find reactors? Yeah, they just go do a search. Come on, guys. Seriously? You guys have not searched out reaction videos for channels that you watch? I don't know how you maybe I just came up in your recommended, but somebody had to have searched for me. Someone had to have searched for live drama. Somebody might search for Mercy Gono drama. Okay? Reactions to the Mercy Gono video. Okay? I feel very bad for her. My heart was aching listening to her story and I felt very bad, but as a boss and what she knows she is and what she says that she wants to do, yeah, she needs to take a look at what happened and get control of her business, but also get control of, because look, she left her own home states away. And this is not a new story. I mean, this happens to people all the time, right, guys? This happens every single day. But if, like people say, people run their businesses like they run their lives, yeah, you had to abandon your home and the state that you live in, what your daughter knows and feels comfortable, a home that you have taken so much time to decorate and make beautiful, and then you had to abandon your business that you allowed someone that you, I would assume, fell out of trust with, I'm sure at a certain point, and it wasn't just yesterday. This guy has been abusing her for a very long time and never got her credentials and is not even in control of her own business and has to do a whole video explaining what is going on because she has to tell people at the end of the day, yeah, I don't have your orders. So if you ordered me, get me on, if you ordered from me, get me on Instagram. Cause guys, at the end of the day, it's all about this business. In this story that she's telling, yeah, she had to go ahead. Look, do you guys, when you watched the DMX funeral, if any of you guys watched it, when they were at the Barclay Center and one of the locks were talking about DMX's last album that's coming out, his last music project. Yeah, they wanted to remind you, yeah, it's going to be dropping soon, guys, at the memorial service. And I'm not calling out bad taste. I'm not calling out disrespectful behavior. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is this: it's all about this business because this is a message to tell people who, now that she realizes, aren't getting orders and money is being collected and nothing is happening. Yeah, I got to save this business. I got to save this channel. I got to save this reputation because I allowed myself to kind of live a lie. She said that the people on YouTube assumed, any of you guys who watch this lady, did you not think she wasn't married? Like well, my take on it was when she said, cuz I never really, I watched her decorating videos, so it was very minimal conversation. It was like, okay, I'll be spreading the new bedspread that I got from Home Goods and da 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 da. I watched a lot of her decorating content. I didn't even really watch her hair content. She said that people just assumed she was married, but she never said, "Guys, I know some of you guys think that so and so is my husband. He's really my boyfriend." Girl, like, okay. So you perpetuated a lie because why? Were you, I mean, I don't know if she was embarrassed that she never got wifed up by this man, or I don't know. Any of you guys who watch her say you love her, maybe chime in. Yvonne Letty, I see you. Thank you very much. Um, Chime in because it's interesting how and I'm not going to blame the internet, but if you're able to kind of create a fantasy that looks better than your reality, I'm wondering if that helped her kind of stay in something that she knew was hurting her, that she knew was not good for her daughter, because the reality of the of this YouTube channel that she built and this business that she built is that she's a married woman, she's very beautiful, she's happy, she's making money, um and that was not her reality, okay? This is my point. Number 1, guys, you cannot believe everything that you see come through here on YouTube. This lady was living in hell. She said that this man was extremely abusive to her to the point where she finally had enough and had to escape. She's been stripped of her business that she is having to take legal measures to get back. She is without her home. She talked about kind of denying her upbringing and going against her parents' wishes to be with this guy. So hopefully her relationship with her family is intact. I don't know. I've never seen any drama on this woman at all. That's the reality. What we saw on YouTube is this beautiful lady with beautiful long natural hair that she made a product that people are clearly buying. Um and putting on a show, decorating her house beautifully, and we had no idea what was going on. So I'm asking you guys to just think about it, you know, aside from the abuse and along with the abuse. When do we do a self check to say I'm selling out? Let me do this for me. Let me do this for my daughter, or my parents would not appreciate. Maybe I'm so weak right now because I'm so mentally hurt by everything this man's putting me through, but I know my mother would not like this for me. I know my father would want to kill this guy. Let me get up out of here. A professional, she's a nurse. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is not an indictment on her. This is not to make any one person feel bad, but this is just at the end of the day what we saw on YouTube is completely different and almost shocking. What she's telling us was actually really happening. And we all know that the face of abuse runs the gamut from very rich to very poor to the most beautiful to the most whatever, the most not. Okay. At the end of the day, abuse happens to any and everyone, and it is not your fault. But to heal and to make sure that we never let certain things happen to us again, it's our duty to remember and to think about what happened and to make sure it does not happen again. And for as much conversation happens on these YouTube streets about people being an aggressive and abusive and this person's controlling and that person is controlling and this person could be doing this and that person can be doing that. I rarely hear solutions or what's happened because I think that sometimes people feel that it's somewhat of a tear down. But sometimes you do have to tear yourself down to pick yourself up. And sometimes people need to see, you know what, when you should have made that left, you made that right. And the next guy that you meet, when it's time to go left and you feel yourself going right, get uncomfortable and go left because you know what? Maybe you're going to spare yourself of robbing yourself of time and misery and hurt and pain to go through something like this. But we see this every day on these YouTube streets. I mean, honestly, when I saw Olivia in the kitchen yesterday with homie off in the background, all I could think of was this girl is so damn damaged. It's nothing cute about what's going on here. This girl has been back in Florida for I don't know, we're in May now, so like 2 full months, 3 months. You're with Brandon, Brandon's there, he brings you there. The minute Brandon leaves, you're on phone. This girl has got to have a male voice. She was even like slow, slick flirting with a woman. I mean, this woman is so thirsty to have someone pay attention to her in a sexual way. It's awful. And YouTube is her business. And we've seen since Olivia moved in the last 2 years, yeah, vlogs are not like they used to be. Vlogs don't come like they used to. She is on live incessantly. She is addicted to the attention. Okay. This is not a come up for her because you got a man in your face. You got some guy who doesn't have anything better to do but to be at your house, be up in your bedroom, be up in your kitchen. Now you're all busy in the kitchen. That's fake and phony, y'all. I'm sorry. That's fake and phony. That's some thirsty stuff. But her subscribers are sitting there Oh my god, oh, well, at least she's happy. At least she's happy. At least she's happy? No, at least she just got that shot in the arm, okay? That's what that is. That in those endorphins, that oxytocin that you get from climaxing, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's all it is. It's an addiction. It's an addiction to attention. It's being validated. It's being unhappy with who you are and what you are. I don't care how much Olivia says that she is so proud of being a big woman. Yeah, she's not. She's not. She's not happy about that in the least. Period. She's miserable. That's why she can't stand to be with herself. Hey, Sofa Time. Hi, Miss Lovin's Touch. That's why she can't stand to be by herself. She can't even deal with her kids on her own. What kind of relationship are you in when just last weekend, when we were still talking about Phoenix, you're going through his text messages and saying, "Yeah, I just wanted to F him." What kind of man is that? That's a man that you're involved in a relationship with? Really? Yeah, I don't think so. So this is someone that you just started sleeping with who now is calling you boo or bae because he sees you're on YouTube and he might think you got a couple of coins because you drive a old Mercedes. And maybe have a car and he doesn't. Maybe have a, got a vacancy in your bed because he knows you're thirsty. And even to a beautiful woman like Mercy, maybe Mercy wanted, people to buy this dream, buy this assumption. People just assumed I was married on YouTube. Why not set them straight? If you're not married, say I'm not married. Me and so. Tell the truth and shame the devil, okay? Why would you sit there and let people assume that you're married to a man who was beating your ass? Why would you give him the title or let people give him the title of husband? He wasn't even worthy. He didn't even give her the title. But because YouTube gave you the title and the assumption fit the life that she knew she was supposed to live, that her parents wanted for her, yeah, she accepted that title. And because she wasn't in this ratchet sector, yeah, maybe in that good sector of hair and or luxury bedding and decorating your home, nobody called her out on the YouTube streets about, oh, y'all not married like we do over here, okay? I guess they don't do that over there. But she exposed herself because maybe she was getting ready to be exposed. Nobody exposes themselves for no reason, but she exposed herself. She said, "Yeah, we are not married. YouTube thought I was married, but I'm not. I'm not. It was a lie. I had a daughter with the man, pregnant. You can see the miscarriage video on there. So the man that you cap for, the man who lets you let other people think he's your husband, I mean, and you doing it all for YouTube. Why in the world would you carry on as a married woman who wants to be a married woman and let this man slide and not marry you? Because to the world of YouTube, the 1.34 million subscribers you have, yeah, they all thought one thing and you never bothered to correct them. That's called a lie of omission. When people lie with you, that's a lie of commission, okay? Just because you don't say it, just because you don't she was manifesting it? Nah, she wasn't manifesting it. What she was doing was she was covering up for a man that was beating her ass for 14 years and decided to, cap and continue to cap and cap some more until she had to flee her home with her daughter and go run to another state and is locked out of her complete and total business because this man was in complete control of her finances as it pertains to her business. That's really what happened. She turned a blind eye. She sold herself out to a man who abused her since she was a teenager, when this guy, who's not shit, allowed her, in his when a boy or a man knows that your parents don't approve, and you continue to see that person and your parents don't approve, you know what they know that they have over you? Dominion. Because your parents have dominion over you. But when you deny your parents and do exactly what they don't want you to do, and you do it in secret, this guy had her from the beginning. He had her, and luckily for her, she's still young. She's smart. She's now gotten away. Hopefully, she'll have her business and he doesn't just kind of like try to shut the whole thing down or sue her for it with her own money. Um, but it's really, really sad. And I'm telling you guys, this is a cautionary tale. At the end of the day, you got people out here who are selling themselves out completely and totally for a YouTube channel or for some dick, okay? They're willing to lie. They're willing to lie to you. They're willing to create storylines. They're willing to create all kinds of strife and drama. I'm going to speak for myself. I've seen more drama on the YouTube streets, in the chat section, in the comments, amongst subscribers, than I have ever seen since I've been on YouTube, okay? You would think that you guys are getting a YouTube check. Like, I'm just being for real. There's some people out here putting in damn over freaking time, overtime, to run some narratives up and down these YouTube streets. Okay? I'm just let that soak in for a minute. Overtime, okay? For no good reason. What, to see some drama play out? To make some shit happen? I mean, I know I told some of you guys, a lot of you guys, more than a few times, yeah, if you feel that way, go ahead and press that button, make you a channel. And I think a few people did take me up on that. They went ahead, got their little channels popping, and good, 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 good. Because there's no reason to be running up and down these YouTube streets and doing it for someone else, and just looking like a complete ass. Yeah, Yvette, I'm sure she will. I mean, at the end of the day, even if this guy takes her whole business down, she can put up a new website. She's got the product. She's got, I would hope, the recipe. She's got the relationship with the manufacturer. I would hope. But ladies, I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with business partnering with someone that you love. But at the end of the day, the person is not your husband, not your spouse, not your wife. Get everything in writing. Get everything in writing, because you could be finding yourself like this woman doing a YouTube video and having to tell everybody your business, because guess what? Now you're looking like a whole scam out here. I almost feel like, guys, and this is just my opinion. She said that she'd made this video. People say this all the time. I made this video so many times, but I keep deleting it because you didn't want to tell the story. You didn't even want to tell us that you weren't even married to the guy. You are someone who was able to endure 14 years of abuse. Why in the world do you think you want to tell people about who didn't get their orders? But maybe it's just so many orders now that you have no choice but to put a PSA out here so people know that they need to get with you before Shopify shuts you all the way down, because they're probably getting complaints. Like, read between the lines here, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not discounting her abuse. I feel bad for the woman. Absolutely. I just have a feeling we wouldn't have known about this had this not been for this business kerfuffle that she's in right now. Because homie is basically twisting her arm, and she had to do something. She had to. Well, you need to have it on paper, of course, but at the end of the day, when you are in a union with someone and you both have created a product or one of you created a product, um, it needs to be spelled out in a business plan, in contracts, of course. So that's kind of so if you're just now joining, honestly, we talked about that like 30 minutes ago, in terms of protecting yourself. At the end of the day, this woman trusted this man. This woman allowed people to think that she was in a certain type of situation, which she was not. She was living a lie, and behind the scenes, it was a nightmare. So, I guess my message to you guys today is, yeah, don't believe everything that you're seeing in these videos. Yeah, maybe Olivia is jumping on a sausage. Maybe she is, and maybe she's not. Because Olivia is one person that we know. Yeah, she don't mind being a hoe. She don't mind portraying herself as such. She don't mind dating whomever, however, whenever. You know, she doesn't mind that. She doesn't mind that, and she's gonna let you think what you want to think. Period. That's all she's gonna do. And we see this person who is higher on the totem pole, somebody who is achieving a certain degree of success. And really and truly, you watch this video, it's shocking. I was absolutely shocked because I was like, isn't this the lady that, yes, she produced aloe oil. Yeah. Isn't this the lady who showed us all how to make the aloe juice? Okay. Drink aloe juice, take your aloe. She's a firm believer in aloe, collagen, a bunch of things. She'll teach you how to get your hair straight. Um, I just was like, I could not believe. I was really shocked. But like I said before, the face of abuse runs the gamut. We all know it does. You can be a rich woman, you could be a poor woman, you could be anything or everything. It's just this whole YouTube thing is really crazy. And I was very shocked to see that she was going through this and that this had happened to her because this really and truly could happen to anybody. I don't care if it's your sister. You need to have all of your if you're running a business right now and you are just too busy to know what's going on and how to add or subtract something from your website, how to access the emails, I'm telling you right now, get unbusy, get your passwords, set your boundaries in terms of people being able to change things outside of your verification of it, or just how about not? You're the owner of the company. You hold all of the approvals, non-approvals. You know, you should never have someone have more fiduciary access and office to your back office than you do. Period. I'm surprised that someone hadn't exposed this woman. Just the whole, just the everything that she got going on, but clearly she has a good, circle of people around her that clearly maybe either don't know her business or care enough to not tell her business. Um, she went ahead, had to spill her own tea and tell people, but, and maybe it is because I swear she said, "I just wanna move on with my life. I'm already in another relationship." Yeah, maybe because she's already in another relationship, maybe we're gonna start seeing someone else or hearing about someone else, I don't know. I'm not writing this script, I'm not living this life, but what I can say is this, yeah, she probably had to put that in there just because, yeah, if the assumption was she's married and then she's dating, but maybe, in theory, she could have been distanced from this guy a long time ago. So in her mind, it's already been over. She's not married. She'll move on. Maybe somebody said, drive down here, you're good and you can have refuge here, whatever the case might be. But this is a very interesting story. I mean, look, I don't know that she's going to be serving up all of her business as time continues, but we'll see. We'll see if this is the direction that she decides to take her channel, or is she gonna get back to business, decorating a new home, decorating an apartment? We don't know. We don't know. And I'm sure with questions and answers, she's going to have to talk about this again, and she said that she would. You can't idolize anyone, Maria 29. I think at the end of the day, if there is something that you want to do, if your heart resides in being married one day, I'm gonna take her off the screen. If your heart is, I want to be married, I want to be a mom, I want to be this, I want to be that, do that. But to to say that someone else's relationship is your goals, you really don't know what that relationship is. You don't know what that relationship looks like. Um, what that relationship might look like on the outside. Okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having goals, but just I would say as you are looking at other people and think that they are goals, but just, hey, I'd like a relationship that may look like that, but I want a relationship that is uniquely my own. You know what I mean? Make it your relationship because you know what? Even if my relationship is the best thing on the face of this earth, and I'm telling you guys, everything is awesome. What's awesome for me may not be awesome for you. Okay? I could be a whole lie. So there's that. But, we are different people. So what you like, I may not like. So yeah, no one's exact relationship should ever be your goals because yeah, you don't know. I mean, yeah, the image of it, and that's okay. We all imagery is part of our human experience. We see things. Imagery is maybe what got you with the person that you're with right now because they're beautiful, they're handsome. You saw what they exemplified. They maybe he was carrying a briefcase and had on one of those nice Hugo Boss suits in the athletic cut. And you were like, "Damn, look at those shoes." And he's shaped up just right. That imagery. But then you find out, yeah, his credit's not shit. But you know what I mean? But then you find out he's human. Okay? I think finding the flaws, like seeing the perfection or seeing the goal, just remember there's real people up in there. So let's not put people up on pedestals. Just because something looks good doesn't mean it's all bad, but just understand it's theirs. It's not yours. So whatever it is that's good to one may not be good for you. Will be maybe good for that person might be just the jump off for you. I mean, look, there's people on these YouTube streets that love being a damn jump off. Okay? Olivia is all up into the jump off. Okay? But people were giddy in that chat last night. They were happy for her. She was giggling, laughing, because there is nothing better than Olivia than some new sausage. Okay? There's nothing that she likes more than to have some new sausage up in her bed to tell y'all about. So she can sit there and text and laugh and put up pictures to make y'all think whatever she wants you to think. Um it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But when someone calls her out or says, "Gosh, guys, enough is enough. I mean, when are you going to get your divorce? This money, this time and attention that you're spending, when I'm going to get my divorce next month." Okay, well, we'll see if you filed your papers, okay? But when someone is commenting on a better strategy or look at it, they're a hater. They're jealous. What in the world? Who in the world is jealous of anything that Tuna Can is doing over there? Who in the world? I'm certainly not. If any of y'all are jealous, y'all own it and put your hand up right now because a girl. Who in the world is jealous of what that girl has going on? I certainly absolutely am not. And I would hope that anybody in their right mind is not. But the fact that people can sit in live streams and talk about how jealous people are of someone who has no stability, who is chronically depressed when things are not going their way. So she has situational happiness. It just depends on what the day is, what the time is, and who's up in my bed, how I'm gonna feel. And that's very sad. And I know, guys, I know I told all you guys, yeah, I didn't want to be in a relationship, but I'm in a relationship now. Honestly, if I were Gerard, I would be somewhere going to pick up those kids. I'm sorry. I just feel like this woman is out of control. And this guy who is hanging out in your house, you got 3 small children. Me personally, I know some people have thoughts of all different kinds of things. My thought is I would hate to wake up and my house is empty. I knew a girl in college. I don't know if I ever told you about this, but she actually was a good friend of a very good friend of mine. She's basically we one person who was really best friends to both of us. I'm someone that this person met in college. The other girl is she's known since childhood. So I'm going to tell you the short of the long story. This person single, she was she is a only child, privileged, lived in on the Upper West Side of New York City, and beautiful apartment right off of Amsterdam, right over there by Grant's Tomb. If any of you guys are New Yorkers, you know what that side looks like, right? Looking over the Henry Hudson, looking right onto New Jersey. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful apartment. Um, an apartment, you might say, but yeah, New York, that's New York City life. But that's, an apartment that's as big as a house. Okay. Um, this girl went to college in upstate New York. My friend went there junior year. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. This girl was seeing a guy. The guy was living with her over the summer. One day, so she had gone home for the weekend. Do you know this guy cleaned out her entire apartment? TVs, dresser, beds, clothes, everything in an apartment that your parents are paying the rent for. Privileged young black woman. You go home to go see your parents. You got some schlump, somebody with nothing, some guy you know you should not even, someone you can't take home. You come back from a weekend seeing your parents, you left homie in your apartment. You come home and the shit is literally empty. And you got to call your parents and tell them everything is gone, including my clothes. This is someone who she was in a relationship with. She had no idea she was a mark. She had been marked. Okay. The whole time you're thinking that's your man. Yeah, he was waiting on you to go out of town so he could steal all your shit. Okay. Think about that next time you let just some random homie come over to your house and you're going to just leave him there while you go to work, or just let him go take your car. Just think about that. Just remember Miss Fran told you about the person. I mean, have you never had a friend who had a car stolen before? I mean, I haven't had that happen, but my goodness. It was very scary. It was scary to the point that when I heard that, I never let that happen. I leave, you leave. If there's nobody's in the house, okay? Nobody gets to stay. I mean, this girl is a very nice girl, but at the end of the day, what I'm gonna say is this. Um, and I'm not gonna say she has not been lucky in love. This girl is very pretty. She has a lot going for her. Um, Smart, educated, very well educated, not dumb, maybe a little naive. Unfortunately, she never really got it together. And to some of you, again, maybe not important, but you know, she's enjoying her life. She's going on vacation, stuff like that. Unfortunately, she never had kids. She never got married. My hope for her is that she meets a nice guy, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what is in her future, but I know what's happened in her past. And I do not I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I feel sorry for her. I feel bad for her." Her path is her path. That's what but at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to realize when you are making wrong move after wrong move after wrong move and not getting the result that you want, and you're getting a terrible result, or people seem to mark you to be taken advantage of, you got to start to look at yourself. And I'm sorry, guys. When I see this stuff on the YouTube streets, I'm like, y'all, are you kidding me? Yeah, one thing I can say about me is, yeah, I've never let myself be in a position to be taken advantage of like that. And it's not that I'm smarter than anybody, but yeah, I always trust my gut. I always trust my gut, and I don't do things that don't feel right. I've never been a person that likes to loan money. My husband tells me all the time, even just when someone asks me to borrow something, like, "Hey, can I use this or that?" It's like I get a look on my I like having my stuff, and I like everybody has their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't mind sharing certain things, but yeah, contrary to what people might believe about me, yeah, I don't share shit. If it's mine, it's mine. Okay? And you take that however you want. You let it soak however you think you want it to soak in. But yeah, your girl don't share shit. And I'm not in any kind of situations where I feel uncomfortable because I have to sleep at night. I have to be okay with what is going on in my airspace. And if shit's not right, yeah, it's not right. And it's not going to stay not right because for me, I have to be in a state of comfort. And if your girl ain't comfortable, your girl ain't happy. And I stay happy. Okay. Um, Again, like I said, my wish for Mercy, yeah, I hope and I hope for her the best. And I certainly will be watching as she's navigating what's going on. I feel like she may have a lot to answer to her subscribers. She has 24,000 likes on here, just 461 dislikes, over 7,000 comments. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up into these comments to see what people are saying. I'm sure people are sharing their stories of fleeing abuse, and that's good. um, but hopefully there's some words of wisdom in here so that she can take them as fuel and be able to move on, because she made the biggest and most important step, which was getting out of that situation and now having moved on. And hopefully she won't have to deal with this guy other than the fact that he is the father of this little girl. Um, but yeah, this is a very tough situation, and I feel like, and we know this happens on YouTube more than we think we know, and more than maybe some people want to even uh but while you some of you are so busy debunking and demystifying and vilifying people who really should not be in certain situations, who deserve better, who need not promote trash and just lifestyles that are not conducive to some of the young women that follow these channels. I would hate it for a young woman in her 20s to think that Olivia is like all about it and this is the way that you should be living your life. And I don't care what anyone says. How dare you? You're tearing another black woman down. Yeah, I'm calling out what a black woman is doing while I'm trying to save 10 others from doing the same thing and thinking that because Olivia is their favorite YouTuber, that's the shit that you need to be doing out here. It is absolutely not. It is absolutely not. And it is absolutely not. Olivia still is a married woman, and no matter what her husband is doing, two wrongs don't make a right. And no matter how much you go out here and date whomever you want to date, yeah, you're damaged, hun. You're damaged and you need to heal. And all you're showing us is once again, you could give two shits about the three souls that are living in your house, and that over and above anything, you are ready for some new sausage in the house. And it's really really sad, and I'm really happy for Mercy that she got out the house and she is taking control of her life, and I'll be watching and I'll keep you guys up to date on what I see. But she's got a very full channel of lots of content, so she hasn't been able to post like she says she's wanted to. So if you are interested in this story, go check her video out, go check out some of her videos, and that way she's still getting some AdSense while she is in transition. And I mean, it's good stuff. I mean, if you like decorating and home decor stuff, but it's like you can't help but think in the background, like, my God, what was going on when she turned this camera off? I hope she's got the right account on her YouTube check, because homie has the money from her business was going into his PayPal account. And I'm like, your PayPal account? I mean, I know a lot of people do business with PayPal, of course. Um, But she said the money from the business was going into his PayPal account. So I don't know if it was just PayPal transactions or every transaction was going into it's crazy. It's linked in my description box. Mercy Gono. She is a African lady who's from here in the United States, but her parents are so maybe she's first generation. Maybe she immigrated here with her parents. I'm not really sure, but you can find it. I linked the video in my description box, so you can go right to it. Um and check out this video. It's another classic YouTube. I didn't want to make this video. This is the hardest video. This is the videos that I hate. I mean, she used every single line. Um Again, I'm sure her story is real. However, again, it's still all about business because, like she wanted to let, everyone know like the site will be back up eventually. I'm working to get everything, and we're going to get people's orders out and all of that. But, I suspect she did this video because she had some explaining to do to her subscribers, and she even stated that in the video. Um, I- I'm just curious what we would have known had he not locked her out of the account. Would we have just seen her somewhere else? And she's like, "It's a long story, guys, but I moved and we just made a transition and blah blah blah." I don't know. We'll never know because this is what we're facing right now. But guys, I just wanted to talk about that. I feel like there's a lot going on out here. A lot of it on the surface. We don't really know what's going on. A lot of it from behind the scenes, if you will. Yeah, we don't know what's going on there either. I also see a lot of people capping for people. You just don't even know. You don't know these people. You don't know if black is black and blue is blue. You just know what you're being told, what you're being fed. And like I said, there's a lot of you out there doing overtime, OT on these YouTube streets. I would encourage you, pump your brakes. Make sure that you're out here doing what you love to do, watching what you love to watch, and giving zero fucks what anybody else has to say. Okay? Period. Because that's what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck about what anyone else is doing out here on these YouTube streets. If you feel like you want to have my name in your mouth, just go ahead and link me down below. Make sure that people know how to find me. Okay. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Honestly, that's where I'm at right now. I'm managing me and the content that I enjoy to do, whether it is reporting on other people's content, that's my business. That's what I choose to do, and that's what I'm doing over here. And on my other channel, yeah, I give you a peep in the window of what we got going on in this life. And I give you as much as I feel comfortable with. Okay. Outside of that, yeah, I don't care what anyone else has to say. So on that note, guys, you guys, I would encourage you to watch, go check out that channel, go see what's going on. If you haven't seen Olivia's live from last night, yeah, you're not missing anything. It's more the same. New sausage in the house. She's holding the kids up to manners. Oh, what do you say? What do you say? Oh, thank you. Thank you, mommy. Like, girl, apparently this guy has never seen your videos. You guys already know all this. I don't have to tell you anything. Um, but yeah, guys, I wanted to introduce you guys to that channel amongst more we will talk about. Um, and that's it. I do have another situation I do want to talk about on Friday. Another channel that I think is very interesting. Again, doing the most. Reminiscent of what we saw with Yandy and Mandisi, really quick. But even just taking it back to Chrissy and Jim Jones, just the thirsty behavior that doesn't yield you anything. They're proposing to men and being with a guy for damn 18 years. Someone in the chat said, I saw, who's with a guy for 14 years? Maybe it was Cheryl Was. I'm not sure. But yeah, who's with a guy for 18 years that you proposed to and still ain't marry you? Never gave her kids. Um, I saw something where they had made a meme for Chrissy Lampkin and they were talking about Rona. And they said that we were going to be on lockdown until Jim Jones married Chrissy. That I think it was on the Shade Room. That's how bad. Okay, that's sad. I don't know what Chrissy Lampkin's doing right now, but girl, you still sitting there with Jim Jones waiting on him to wife you up? Guys, make your own decisions if you want to, but I'm here to tell you that yeah, you are worthy of love. You are worthy to have what you want, not just what someone is going to give you. And if there's something that you want and someone is not giving it to you, yeah, go get it, even if that involves leaving that other person behind. Everybody is not going to be on the ride with you. Some people are going to just be on the ride momentarily, and then you got to drop them off. And sometimes you got to continue by yourself for a minute, and then your journey may pick up other people. But until you are ready to really go after what you want and what you know is for you, instead of just accepting crumbs, yeah, you're not going to have it. Hi, Ty Cherie. Exactly, Dr. Amira. Guys, I'm going to go. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, and I got some errands I need to take care of a little bit later on this afternoon. But I just wanted to come to you guys. I know this probably wasn't like one of the funnier cracking jokes and all that kind of stuff, Love Lies and Lace Fronts lives today. But in light of all the bullshit that's going on these YouTube streets, I just wanted to speak to someone out there who needs some encouragement and needs to know that, you know what I mean? Like, there is a better way out here. You don't have to settle. And I'm not tearing you down by telling you that you're settling. You know that you're settling. If you're settling, yeah, don't settle. Don't settle. Because once you decide to settle and people see that you are willing to compromise what you know that you can have and who you are as a woman, yeah, they're going to continue to allow you to play yourself. Yeah, Ty Cherie. Yeah, girl, I know other stuff was going on those YouTube streets. I don't even know if it's still out there anymore, but girl, I had to go ahead and go live. So, but guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I love you guys. I'm gonna try and have something else out this evening, but if I don't, it'll be dropping tomorrow morning. So you guys take care, and I will see you down in the comments. If you want to go ahead and get this conversation popping down in the comments, if you have anything to say regarding any of this commentary, I would love to hear it. If it involves tearing a black woman down, you can go ahead and keep that. Other than that, yeah, I'd love to hear from you. So take care, have a good afternoon, and I will see you guys next time. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still